So, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning, madam. My name is Anthony Abolo. Abolo, yeah. Abolo. My subject is drama.
And what class will you be teaching?
It's a GSS2 class.
GSS2. Topic and
The topic
objectives?
is props design in theatre production. The lesson objectives, we're going to look at the meaning of props, we're going to examine the types of props, and we're going to analyze the duties of the props designer.
I hope we can get to all of this. Yeah, you've done it. Well, let me say not say you've done it again, but you've got 4 objectives. I hope you get to them.
3.
No, 3.
Not 4.
Just the meaning of props.
Okay, explain, examine, analyze. Got you. The first one is just okay. So let's get our timer ready, please. It's top right.
Here.
Yep.
Okay.
Click, please.
Yeah.
Reset. Reset.
That one. Ooh.
Start.
And start.
Start. Click on start.
So you can take it from the board, and Doctor's going to set up our manual timer like we used to do in 1823.
Okay, I'm sure you notice that I'm looking different from the way I've always looked every time I come to class.
I don't know.
So apart from myself, what else can you see?
A walking stick.
Okay.
See that you're holding
A remote.
A remote. Okay. Fine. So all of these are typical examples of stage props. They are typical examples of stage props. So now, what are props? What are props? Or properties, stage props? Walking stick? No. TV remote? No. Okay, objects used by actors on the stage. Fine. So props are objects used by actors on the stage. Objects used by actors on the stage. So now take note that props are also short for properties. They are objects used by actors on the stage and on the screen. For example, I have a walking stick here, I have a TV remote, and even this one too as well. Now, let us look at the types of props. The types of props. You can see this one. I'm holding it in my hand. So, what type of prop? This, and also this, what type? I'm holding it in my hand. Type of prop? Walking stick? Yes, it's a walking stick. Holdable? No.
Movable.
Okay, fine. Anyway, they are handheld, and so they're called hand props because they are handheld. So this is an example of a hand prop. Now, fine. What am I doing?
You're sitting.
I'm sitting. On, where am I sitting?
When they sit.
On the chair, on the seat. Okay, fine. So this also is an example of a prop. So what type of prop is this?
Sitting prop.
I like it more.
Okay, a chair. Yes, it's a chair. Okay, well, I'll tell you. It is a stage prop because it is usually placed on the stage. So that's another example of a prop. So you have a hand prop, you have a stage prop as well. So what other type of prop? Quickly, let's look at this. If this was hung up on the wall, the stage wall, what function will it perform?
Wall prop.
What function?
It's telling them about the person in the house. It's
About the person. There's a story. There's a story. Yes, it tells a story. It tells something about the taste of the owner of the house. Well, anyway, because it is hung up, the major function is beautification. Beautification. So they are called trim props or set props because they are used for, and they are usually hung up on the stage wall. Fine. Now we're next going to talk about different types. We'll talk about hand props, which is what I'm holding, and then you have an example like this. Then you have the set of stage props. All of this, like this chair. Then you have the trim props. This chandeliers, chandeliers, or things hung up. Like this one, set prop, trim props. So let's talk about the duties of a props designer. What does the prop designer do?
I am a prop designer. I design and create props. I obtain all props needed. I make cost of all props.
Thank you very much, my props designer. So like he said, the props designer, he said he designs props, and also he gets all the props that are needed, and then he will provide the cost or do the costing for all the props that we use in a theater production. Now, quickly, let us check our progress. Furniture and carpets are examples of stage props, set props, extra props, string props.
Stage props.
Furniture.
Stage
sorry?
props.
Yeah, furniture and carpet examples of
Stage props.
Set props.
Trim props.
string props.
Oh, really?
String props, they're used for decor. Right? The items actually directly are referred to as hand props. Hand props. Okay, fine. I'm going to leave you with the assignment.
Bless them.
Okay, so today we've looked at what the props are, the types of props, and the duties of the props designer. So I'm going to leave you with this assignment. Tell me, in readiness for the next class, 4 functions of props. So why
that is our sound prop.
That sounds awesome.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Abolo. Always one to look forward to. Okay, and you know what? You're the only one who has come with that walking stick, not actually used it as a walking stick. Everybody else who has used this walking stick is actually a very famous prop in this outset. They've used it as if though they've got a bad leg. Prof, Odele, please let's start off.
Yeah. Mr. Anthony Abolo, teacher Anthony Abolo. You blew my mind this time. This is the first time we're meeting. Your entry video, I like it. And the instructional material you use, including the model, I think I like it. And the fact that, well, you could do better with engaging your students with questions, but you still did a lot along the line. I'm impressed. And your appearance, well, I hope I can get somebody who would really blow me with the appearance, but I think you've done very well. Communication skills, room for improvement, but you've done well. It's fair. So I want to say that your time management also for me, very, very, very good. I will score maximum marks. You achieved your objectives. I mean, very neat. So I think I'll score a high A for this one. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Prof. Dr. Chendu, over to you.
Mr. Abolo, you are an experienced teacher, no doubt. So it's quite evident in the way you were able to, I'm using this word in a very positive way, manipulate the different aspects of the lesson. You had 3 objectives and kind of seemed like how are you going to achieve 3 objectives within 5 minutes, but you did. And that comes from a lot of experience, and you still managed to bring us to the point of the assignment and set the scene for the next lesson. So well done, that's impressive. And well done also for ensuring that we learned something. I don't know whether this sounds good or it will be an embarrassment. I didn't know that props was the shortened form of the word properties.
Property.
I just...
Now did I?
I'm
I
just
know.
really bad.
Oh, so I'm not the only one.
No,
Then
not the only
I
one.
shouldn't feel bad.
Not
I should
Okay.
But that's really, really, because it's a common word. I mean, whenever there are plays and all that, props.
Yeah.
I didn't know they were properties. Wow. So, truly, someday, words like law that these young people use would actually become everyday accepted lexicon in our world. So, well done. Well done, well done. My, a bit of your questioning, but I'm always conscious of the fact that you have to do all this within 5 minutes, and truly it's a feat to be able to to do it. I like the creativity. Yes, I liked it. You're holding a remote. When you started explaining types of props, I began to doubt if the remote was
handheld or
it should be a handheld one or a set prop but I can imagine that a particular prop can be used can be a set, can be for beautification, it can be handheld. Yes, so
if I place it on the table,
yes,
it has another.
it becomes so. I thought of that after you started teaching, and I said, okay, in that case, the remote shouldn't be. But I see that it can take many forms or be used for different things. So well done about your lesson. I think that if you came in, do props include? Props are different from costumes, right?
Yeah, costumes, yes.
Okay, so I'll reserve the comment on that.
I imagine one or two could be both. 1 minute you're wearing a glove, next minute you put it on the side. I imagine there'll be some level of.
So maybe if you came in looking like a prop designer, I guess a prop designer would have so many things, maybe a list, or maybe all sorts of things, kind of thing. You get what I mean? Yes. All those people that are holding clipboards. I just like it. The director, the creative, this person, they're holding clipboards, they're checking, they're doing all that. Maybe. But well done.
Okay, I hope I'm not going to get myself in trouble with these comments. Thank you, Dr. Chedu. But I do look forward to you coming in, and I do believe that your subject lends itself to a competition like this, to an experience like this. So, not that you're going to be judged any harsher, but I feel you have an advantage, if I can say that. And it's up to you if you want to use that as an advantage or not. And to date, more or less, you have been using an advantage, and there are many good points, and they have been said. I do like the start, you're holding two fins in your hand. Because, that's the best kind of teaching when it's simple. What do you think we'll call it? And so the questions have come in. Nonetheless, I will still say there's still a bit too much spoon feeding. Okay, and there's still a bit too much of you. If you can learn to just I know you're excited because you're excited about your own lesson and you want to share with them all this knowledge you have, but invite them rather than say, here is everything. Invite them. If you think of it as a feast, they've got to even help you prepare the feast as well as eat the feast. That's part of what we're trying to get to. So if you go back to one of your slides, the one that you just whizzed through it very quickly, and I just thought, this is your chance for formative assessment. Go back and get a bit. See, this one was good, but as you can see, real life, we were racking our brains, and we still got it wrong. Or at least I got it wrong, so I'll be honest, yeah. But there's one with a picture, visual. I'm a picture person, so. No, there was one, there's a scene. The one that's showing a stage. And you actually you were able to ring some fins. So you see, a fin like this is where you just take your time and you say, okay, you can see quite a number of objects or fins here, items, whatever you want to describe it. Which do you see, you have like 2 or 3 pictures like this, and this is your lesson. You could have done it with a video, or with a picture like this. Very nice picture, make it as big as possible. 2 or 3 pictures like this, and then the students come out and identify all these things you've introduced to them. That makes the lesson. That's your formative assessment. Yes? That's your check. And it just wraps up the lesson nicely. Yeah. And they ask you some more questions. You invite them to ask you questions, just like some of the questions we've been asking you. That can it be both a trim as well as a handheld? So I just think, in a way, I think it's about a bit too much of what we call excitement. I get excited as well, as a teacher. I get excited. I'd love to share this with them, but it's about holding yourself back. And you've just got to practice that a bit more. You know what? It's like I'm going to hold myself back, and I'm going to invite them to tease it from me. I've got this thing. You've got to let them pry it from you, tease it from you, let them try and wrench it from you, and you've just got to try and put yourself in that space a bit more. Does that make sense?
I
Yeah.
get a lot of sense. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I think what the problem was,
5 minutes.
It's going to be tough to do that
Tough.
in 5 minutes.
In 5
And he
minutes.
wants to take 3
objective.
Well, let's not talk about 3 objectives.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about 3 objectives, because I think that's the reason why Dr. and I have said, Dr. Igunjobi and I have said that maybe 1 objective at a push 2. That's the reason why. By the time you start to introduce the 3rd objective, you can show them a half-minute clip. You know, people like watching clips, a half-minute clip of a very, good play, even a film that they can connect with, something that they've probably watched anyway. So you're just repeating it for them. So they're connecting with that, and then when you start to say, okay, but we're going to pause now, or anyway, before you show any video, you would have said to them, I want you to look out for. In this case, what people are holding, what's on their walls, things like that. But let me not belabor the point. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I hope I get to see you again, and I hope you get to wow us again.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, well done.
Teach and win.